It finally happened. We've been marching, we've been protesting, we've been saying Tehillim for 2 years. Finally this morning, the Rav said we don't have to say Tehillim anymore. The hostages have been released. I remember like it was yesterday, Simchas Torah, 2 years ago, just under 2 years ago. Simchas Torah is going to be, for us, is going to be 2 nights from now, tonight and then the next night. I remember like it was yesterday that the janitor came in and told us, he's a non-Jewish janitor, he told us, listen, there's been 700 Jews killed in Israel. I don't know any more details. And from that moment, it put a shadow over the whole holiday. And now to come find out that all 20 hostages have been released. Unfortunately, they're keeping at least all the bodies. We have 4 bodies out of 28 bodies returned. I always knew that Hamas had some kind of trick up its sleeve, and so who knows when those bodies are going to come back. I am a little bit worried about future hostages. Now that people know, oh, we can just take some hostages and the Jews will capitulate, it's dangerous. But all this time, the terrorists have been saying, hey, they don't care about the hostages. It's never been about the hostages. They just want to steal land. Well, if that's the case, then why is the war over the second the hostages are returned? Why? Let's check it out.
11:34 in the morning on this Monday in Israel. It is a historic day, and you are watching history unfold. This is the Knesset in Jerusalem, the Israeli parliament building. President Trump has been invited to speak to the Knesset. He has been obviously very involved in the peace negotiations that have resulted in what you see on the banner at the bottom of your screen there. All 20 living hostages now confirmed to have been released by Hamas.
Yes.
Israel is releasing nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners in return. And there are the bodies of 28 hostages who died while in horrific conditions in Hamas captivity. Those bodies are going to be returned in the coming days.
Make no mistake, they didn't die. They were murdered. Oftentimes, when IDF was close to rescue them, we know for a fact that Hamas murdered these hostages. And also, I don't believe for a second that they don't know where the bodies are, because remembered in the past, thousands of terrorists have been freed in exchange for simply Israeli bodies. In 1956, Israel exchanged 4 surviving prisoners for the body of Uri Ilan for 40 Syrian soldiers. In 1968, Jordan released the body of a missing Israeli soldier in exchange for a Jordanian prisoner. So this was even before the so-called Palestinians. Israel's been releasing terrorists and enemies of Israel in exchange for bodies. In 1975, Israel agreed to hand over 92 terrorists and security prisoners in exchange for 39 Israeli soldiers' bodies. So 92 living terrorists for 39 Israeli bodies. Who created these lopsided deals? 1 for 1. If you give me, and only living for living, if you give me 1 living person, I'll give you 1 living person. If you give me 1 body, I'll give you 1 body. 1 for 1. That needs to be the rule. 2004, Israel released over 430 Arab and Palestinian prisoners in exchange for the bodies of 3 Israeli soldiers. And additionally, a businessman held by Hezbollah. So 430 living Arab terrorists in exchange for the bodies of 3 Israeli soldiers. 2008, Hezbollah handed over the coffins of 2 Israeli soldiers in exchange for a convicted terrorist and others. So 2 bodies, for 2 bodies, you give back living people. That's what we need to say. You know what? If you want a body, I'll give you a body. Let's kill him right here. I'll give you a body. That's what they need to do. Simple as that.
I have to tell you, I've seen a lot of American presidents. I've seen them all in the time that I've been here, and I've been here quite a lot of time. I've never seen anyone move the world so quickly, so decisively, so resolutely as our friend President Donald J. Trump.
I mean, this proves that all the presidents could have done this if they wanted to. I mean, you got to understand, right? The entire Arab government world, whether it's Egypt or Saudi Arabia or United Arab Emirates or Jordan, any of these guys, they depend on the United States for their power. Without the United States, Saudi Arabian government cannot stay in power. Simple as that. In part because of Iran, because these aren't self-sufficient nations. Unlike Israel, that has the capacity to make its own jets. It designed its own jet before, even though it was never produced for political reasons. Israel has its own tanks. Israel has its own rifles. Israel has the ability to produce all its own weapons. And it has the most powerful economy that's not based on oil in the entire Middle East. In some ways in the world, you could say. But Egypt can't do that. Jordan can't do that. Saudi Arabia can't do that. They can't do that. So the United States could have done this all along. Hamas does not exist in a vacuum. The fact that these other Arab nations could put pressure on Hamas and they'll do something shows that they were holding the puppet strings all the time. Because you can't put pressure on me unless I owe you for something. I need you for something, right? If a random person comes up to me and tells me, to quit my job and go into this other field or whatever, do something completely different, I'm not going to listen to them. I'm only going to listen to somebody if they are employing me, if I need them.
The homeland of the Jews, Judea and Samaria. There's a place there called Shiloh. Shiloh is where the various Jewish tribes came together and essentially formally formed Judaism. These are the firsts. Without all this, there'd be no Christianity. None. And so the Palestinians say, you know what they say? That's ours. What's yours? Shiloh. That's ours. It's not theirs.
Christian.
2 years, 2 long years. All this could have happened 2 years ago. What has Hamas really accomplished in those 2 years? Okay, Israel has lost over 1,000 soldiers. 1,200 civilians were killed on October 7th. And besides the bruising of Israel's reputation in the world, which is based on lies anyway, what has Hamas accomplished? Hamas has gotten at least 67,000 people killed in their country. And completely Gaza turned to rubble. What have they accomplished? And yet they're saying they're victorious. It's insane.
אבי, כן, נראה. בואי מירי. גם. אז רגע, אני אעזיר את התיק פה, כאילו? שימי, שיהיה לך נוח אחרי זה. זה בסדר לשים פה? אפשר להיכנס? בואו. אבי, להשאיר את ה...
שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. יוסף חיים שלי, האור שלי, הלב שלי, הלב שלי, הלב שלי. די, זה מאחורינו. נשמות שלי, שנתיים, יום יום. חיים שלי כפרון עליך. הלב שלי, חזור לי החיים. תודה לאנשי שהחזיר אותך חיים. תודה.
This is Yosef Chaim Ohana with his father, Avi Ohana. I can't imagine what this must feel like to go through with a camera stuck in your face. Not to be able to enjoy that moment on your own terms. As a side note, it's just come out that Hamas's brutality on October 7th was planned from the beginning. They always knew they could never win a conventional war with the state of Israel. And so their entire plan in a handwritten memo by Yahya Sinwar, the architect of October 7th, by the way, who was released in a prisoner swap deal for Gilad Shalit, a kidnapped soldier. This was back in 2001, I believe. It was a 5-page memo in Arabic written in 2022, outlined Sinwar's vision for inflicting maximum brutality on Israelis. It includes burning down kibbutzim, stepping on necks, stabbings, beheadings, taking hostages, and horrific attacks that we saw on October 7th. Critically for Sinwar, the acts of brutality that highlighted had to be rapidly captured on camera and immediately broadcast to the world to ensure maximum propaganda outcome. So this was always the plan, the raping, the burning. We have it in his own hand, his orders. Very neat handwriting, by the way. His own orders to cause that mayhem. And the crazy thing to me is that people will claim that all this is fake, that it never happened, that babies were never burned, that women were never violated, that it never happened. It's all fake, even though we have it on camera. You also have the soldier that was kidnapped from his tank. He's just been returned home. So all the living hostages are returned home, which is a triumph. So basically what we have is we have approximately 911 soldiers killed to rescue 251 hostages. So approximately 3 soldiers died for every hostage that was rescued. Is that a good deal? You'd have to tell me. Please let me know in the comments. But anyway, just like the man said for his son, Avi said for his son, Shema Yisrael Shem Elokeinu Shem Echad. You know, Shekianu Ikanu Kanuz Manazeh. I mean, it's a true bracha. It's a true bracha that we reached this moment that the hostages are released, and the question is, what now? You know, now we're back to where we were before October 7th, and the question is, what are we going to do with it? We have enemies who want to kill us. Are we going to just wait for them to kill us, or are we going to stop them first? What are we going to do? If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and click on one of the videos above for more.